just for you, and welcome back to a new 1203 Barrett TV. And if you last one, go and check it out. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how I watched Tarzan 2 for the first time. And I feel like this is more of a prequel than a sequel, pretty much, because it has Tarzan and his younger looking self. And this is before he gets his name of being Tarzan, because he tries, in this movie, he tries to figure out of what he is, because, of course, he's not an ape, even though he's raised by the apes. But he tries to figure out of what he is, and yeah, this isn't one of my personal favorite sequels, if you would call it, but again, I would call it more of a prequel. You know how Monsters University is a prequel to Monsters Inc. I feel like this is something like that, right? Even though Monsters Inc. came first, and then Monsters University, even though Monsters University is a prequel to Monsters Inc., I feel like this is exactly what it's like with Tarzan. Because again, it's when he was younger, and before we seen what he is, like in the first movie. But yeah, again, it's not terrible or anything, just not one of my personal favorites either. And it has, I guess you could call villains as well, some alright villains. The mom, this mom ape gorilla and her two sons, if you would call them villains. I mean, yeah, they are sort of like villains, but they do get, as if y'all see of the actual movie, to get some good things happen to them at the end. But again, I personally, like I said, didn't mind this one a whole lot. And you gotta somewhat feel bad for Tarzan, though, just because of how he is being treated like garbage to all of the other gorillas, thinking that he doesn't belong with them. Yeah, of course, he is different from all of them, but hey, he's Tarzan, right? And this is what I like to say before he even knew, right? And again, I just think it is kind of, it would be kind of weird also saying that this is a prequel, because in the first movie we see Tarzan when he was born and his parents, but still, no movies are going to follow logic and stuff. Some movies can't follow logic, kind of like how shows don't normally follow cartoon logic. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think of Tarzan 2. If y'all enjoyed it, because I personally think it wasn't bad or anything. It's just I like the first Tarzan better, if I had to prefer. Even if Tarzan 1 does have one of the most darkest deaths in any villain, right? Like when it comes to Clayton, because I still think that Clayton's death is still one of the most darkest deaths of a villain to be shown for a kids movie. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know.